Greetings again from Rourke, the China Walk. So I haven't made a video in quite a while, partially because I thought no one really cared, and also I have had a lot of schoolwork, so I just stopped really recording them. And also it's kind of uncomfortable for me to record these like just out in public most of the time. But I received a couple messages from a couple of people that they wanted to see more, so I guess I'll record a couple more. It's not like I haven't stopped. It's not like I've stopped walking. I still walk around China a lot, and I do a lot of walking on my own. It's like, it's healthy for me, and I find it's fun to do. So I walk around a lot. I just haven't been recording. So I guess today I found a cool spot, and I'm going to go there. It's a secret for right now, but I'm going to go around to there. It's at the end of line 3. I'll show you the subway when I get there. And since I actually know that people are interested in this, I guess I'll talk a lot more than I usually do. Not only about China, but also about myself, I guess, if you're interested in that. Since there's a lot to talk about. Anyway, I'm just going to head towards the subway right now. And once I actually get to my destination, I'll start talking more about other things. Today is a very nice, rainy day in Shanghai. As you can see, now spring has finally arrived. It's getting a little bit warmer, so today is not a freezing rainy day, which are my favorite. So it's just rainy and it's kind of humid, but a little bit cool. It's not hot yet. It's actually the perfect time. I think the time between summer and winter, and between like fall and spring are probably the best ones. But early spring kind of sucks. Right now we're like in middle spring, which is the best. Now the trees are nice, weather's nice. Nice rainy day. I love it. You get a lot of this in Shanghai. So, and it's not humid as hell yet. It's going to get humid as hell from summer starting. But I've been walking around outside a lot, and it's been getting a lot better. So I just wanted to show you guys the weather. It's been getting a little bit better. Okay, so currently I'm in the subway, and I'm at Yunshan Road. Here, I'll try to point at it on the map. So I'm right here. We're at Yunshan, means mountain, or Cloud Mountain Road, okay? And I need to go, my destination, which I went to on accident last time, is all the way up here. It's Jiangyang Beilu, the Northern Jiangyang Road. And in order to get there, so I'd start off at Yunshan, I go to Shiji Dadao, Century Avenue, and then I'm gonna take line 4 till I get right here to Baoshan Road, and then I'm gonna go all the way up here. And I went up here last time because I was bored, but there's something cool up there. Hello. So, after about an hour and a half on the subway, it takes a while, it's pretty far away, I've finally arrived. Though to be honest, I'm on a different road that I walked on than last time, but I'm still going in the right direction. I'm going north. So I think I'll arrive where I want to be. And since I'm just walking around doing nothing, I think I'll just like talk about a couple things. So the first thing, and I imagine the reason most of you are watching this video, is going to be because you want to know how things are in China. So there's a lot of fake news around surrounding this subject, and I'm not the most reputable source. I mean, I'm living in Shanghai, but I have no idea how things are in any other place in China. So I'm not really the most reputable source, but I still am a pretty good source because I'm not really biased. Actually, I am kind of biased. I like China, but still, I think things here are fine. So the coronavirus, the worst it got in Shanghai was most of the restaurants were like closed, but no one was really forced to stay inside. It was more of like everyone just did their part and stayed inside. There were a lot of regulations as into where you could go. Like a lot of public gathering points were closed, but there's still a lot of places open, and it was mainly people self-quarantining without like being forced to. And it never really got that bad, to be honest. I still went out all the time during that period of time. So it really wasn't so bad. Right now, things are really good. Actually, things are normal. I could, if I recorded on the subway, which I don't like doing that, it seems disrespectful and it's just awkward. So I don't record on the subway. I might take a couple pictures. There's rush hour again. It's packed sometimes. It was packed on the way here, at least near Century Avenue, because that's a very important station. It was packed. So there's still a lot of people. Now there's a lot of people on the roads, and there's a lot of people outside. Things are basically normal. Only difference is people wear masks. Other than that, things are basically completely normal around here. The biggest threat right now is actually foreigners bringing it in. That's why they shut the doors to China recently. Not sure when that's going to end. I hope it does soon, because my school will be able to open back up when it does. But other than that, things are completely normal in China. I think China handled the situation really well. Honestly, I have no idea how America's handling it. I just hear things. And honestly, both sides are just it's pretty radical, so I don't really know which side to trust. But I don't know. I just hope things get better in America soon. In China, things are perfectly fine. China did a great job. It was not only the people, it was mainly the people, it was also the government did a great job too. Love or hate the Chinese government, they acted quick and they did a good job. They did a really good job securing this. I really think so, because I lived here during the time. They did a good job, and it was really a lot of the Chinese people too. Chinese people did a good job stopping this coronavirus. China's a massive country, and the coronavirus, which should have been crazy in China, is gone right now, basically. Not crazy, but gone. So that just shows you how good of a job they did. People like to say that China's fudging the numbers. Maybe they are in Wuhan. But based off of everything I'm hearing, it seems fine. Things are fine. I'm actually happy because I get to go outside and do things again. So what I've been doing recently is I've had a lot of schoolwork, and also I didn't really think anyone cared about these China walks, so I have been walking around a lot, but I haven't been recording any of it. So I can keep recording most of my walks, but I've had a lot of schoolwork, so I haven't had as much time to walk outside. My summer's about to begin, so I'm probably gonna have a lot more time. The thing is, I don't really know what I'm gonna do during the summer. My Chinese has advanced pretty significantly since I came back here. Of course, at this point, I can do basic conversation, and my character knowledge is pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good as in probably I know over 1,000 characters. Probably. I have no idea how to calculate, but I understand most characters. Actually, I'm not sure if I can understand these characters coming. Oh yeah, here I'll just show you a demonstration. Okay, so there's this little sign coming up, and I can read every single one of them, every single one of the characters, just on a random ass sign. So right here you got 练习. That's actually no, that'd be 联系, second tone, first tone, or second tone, fourth tone. That means connect. 电话, that's phone call. 下有光 something. I don't know what this means. It's underneath has something. And then 眼睛开 something. 开 means open, 眼睛 means it's forbidden. So I guess that kind of demonstrates to you. I don't know some of the more complicated ones, but I know the simpler ones, and even some of the intermediate ones, and a couple of the advanced ones. But when it gets to specific shit, I'm not really that good. So as you can see right there, it was saying there's something underground, and I have no idea what the hell is underground. I don't know, because it's some complicated ass thing. I can traverse the internet now pretty, well, not easily, but without much trouble, and I can communicate with China. If it's over text conversation, I can do it pretty easily, extremely easily. I can have conversations with Chinese people over text super easily. I do it all the time. Then, so that's basically what I've been doing. Studying Chinese, walking around. I haven't seen any. I hung out with one of my Chinese friends recently, but that was it. It wasn't much. I haven't really been doing much. That was the only time, and that was the only time I've really hung out with anyone in these couple months being here. To be honest, it kind of sucks, but I liked walking around. I honestly prefer being in China. It's more fun here. Things are interesting. Now, I guess something I have on my mind is what I'm going to do over the summer. So, I want to do a trip. I want to do a trip to somewhere I want to do a trip in China, but I also, to be honest, I'm thinking about going and studying Japanese. I feel if I can, because honestly, Japanese has a lot of, speaking-wise, Japanese is, I don't think it's similar to Chinese at all. I know nothing about Japanese. I want to add a fourth language to my language list, because I speak Spanish already, and English is my mother language. And Chinese, I'm not really that good with, but, well, actually, I'm pretty good with it, but I don't think I'm fluent. And so, I'm thinking about Japanese, because Japanese has a lot of loanwords from English. That's the problem with Chinese. It has, no cognates from English, none, because they don't really want to take it in cognates. So all the words are, every single complicated word is a new character that's complicated as hell, that doesn't sound like anything in English. That's why learning Spanish was easy once I got to the higher levels. Because Spanish has so many cognates with English. If it's a complicated word, it's from Latin. And so I could just make it up in Spanish. And it almost always was correct. Almost always. I mean, I could list a couple examples for you, but I mean, it's literally just so... I'll just list like declaration, declaración, independence, independencia, like Declaration of Independencia, independence, crap. Then like you have communication, comunicación. There's a lot of other words. Like if you usually end up, and then adverbs, it just ends in an M-E-N-T-E. Simple, simply, simplemente. It's so easy. You can make up words all you want. Chinese? No, it's not that way, you know? Oh my God, it's so difficult. Like the one really like complicated one I know is like terrorism. You know, and like in Japanese, I know terrorism is like sounds like terrorism. In Chinese, it's like and like in Japanese, violin is like viola or something. It sounds like violin. And you want to know what it is in Chinese? 小提琴. Oh wow, the 小提琴. That sounds just like that. Violin. Not at all. It's so much harder. That's why Chinese gets hard once it gets to the higher stages. Because all the words are new words. There's no cognates. The complicated words in Japanese, they just took from English. Well, most of them. Some of them. They have a couple words from Spanish too. Like I know bread is pan, because they just took that from Portuguese. Because they didn't know what bread was, like when the Portuguese came. I'm not sure if they have many other that are taken from like the Iberian languages. They might. But, so I know that. So if I can, and also a lot of the characters are from, I literally went off subject. This is what I was starting with. A lot of the characters are from Chinese in the writing. So they have the kanji, which I don't know a thing about kanji. I'm lost. But if I look at they have like some traditional looking characters, I can understand those. Like I can actually read those. And they have the exact same meaning as in Chinese. They just don't sound the same at all. And they're not read the same. I'm not sure how they work. But I just know if I went to Japan, I could understand what some things are using just read the sign in Chinese. So with the writing angle, I actually have some pretty good stuff. And there are a couple cognates in Chinese. Very few, but a couple. Like year sounds the same. Second sounds the same. I know that number 3 sounds the same, like the exact same. And then oddly enough, exercise sounds the exact same. In Japanese, it's like udo or something. And then in Chinese, it's yudong. So it sounds like basically the same. Well, in Chinese, it doesn't sound like yudong. It's yudong, like both 4th tone. But I don't know if Japanese has tones. Honestly, if Japanese doesn't have tones, thank the Lord, because I'm so tired of tones. Okay, but that's my plan. I want to learn Japanese, but I don't know how I'm going to get to it. I want to go to Japan to learn Japanese. And my summer lasts 3 months long, but I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. I'm thinking about getting a tutor and going, but I haven't really found a tutor yet. So that's just my plan for right now. I'm thinking about going to Japan over the summer and trying to learn Japanese. Overall, things in China are fine. As much as people want to bag on China, I think they did a really good job stopping the coronavirus. The people and the government. I mean, honestly, like the government doesn't get in your life much unless you ask them to get in your life. Then they will get in your life and fuck you up. But if you don't do that, they're not going to. So it's fine. The government doesn't mess with you. And in fact, the government did a good job just organizing everything and making sure this didn't get out of control. And also, one thing I realized that I think is a big difference between the U.S. and China, the media in China is controlled by the government. And the media was very positive about this. It's like, we can win. We got this. Guys, stay calm. Government's got this under control. America's kind of the complete opposite. It's like, it's either like, okay, it's really negative, I think. On the left, you have a lot of people just screaming and going crazy about how unreliable the government is and pointing fingers. When this time, who gives a shit who's pointing fingers? At least in my opinion. Who cares who's pointing fingers? I mean, we need to focus on how to stop the coronavirus, not pointing fingers. We can point fingers afterwards, okay? And then on the right, it's just yelling back at the left, and it's just a yelling match. I think right now people need to be less focused on politics and political agendas and more focused on stopping the coronavirus. And I think that's why America's just doing such a poor job in handling it. So, sorry, most of you probably don't agree with what I just said. Most of you probably don't, but that's what I think. I really do. Trust me, that's something about the West. Everyone hates China. I'm telling you, China is really not that bad. It's just the media paints China out to be so bad. It's really not. This place is an oppression. I'm not being paid to say that or anything. It's just my personal thoughts. It's really not that bad. It's fine here. I prefer living in China, actually. So, anyway. Yeah, but anyway, if you want me to answer any questions that you have, I guess just post in the comments or just send it to me. Because I'd like to answer questions. Now that I realize people actually watch this China walk sometimes. Because I guess it's a new perspective. Most people don't see people living in China who are Americans. Especially those that want to learn Chinese. I don't think there's many white people that want to learn Chinese. It's very rare. So, if you want any Chinese questions, I can answer Chinese questions all day at this point. And also I can answer questions about China as a country and the people. Though I'm not like the most reputable source. The most reputable source is Chinese people themselves, of course. But if you want the viewpoint of American living in China, I got that all day.